In this video I'm going to review the SMC Pentax-DA 50mm f1.8 lens, known everywhere to Pentaxians as the Plastic Fantastic 50, an APS-C lens at a very low cost. The 50mm Plastic Fantastic, as it is affectionately known among Pentaxians, is a lens that most people buy early on in their Pentax career. It is a prime lens and it complements the DA 35mm quite nicely, also known as a Plastic Fantastic. The lens's body is made mainly of plastic, the mount is made of plastic, but of course the lens itself is made of glass. In the hand, I would describe the build quality as solid. The lens uses a physical aperture lever, and the zoom feature, the focusing feature sees the front element move backwards and forwards. There is available a lens hood for the camera, which is the RH-R852, but to be honest, I never felt like I needed it. The lens comes in at under £100, I think I might have already said, which is excellent. I found the SP coating on the lens very easy to clean and maintain. The lens came out in 2012 and I'm sure it continues to sell very well. I've used this lens on my Pentax KS2, on my Pentax K3, and I've even used it on the full K1, overriding the automatic cropping to use it in full frame mode. And as we see when we get to the images, I think you'll be very happy if you do the same. The EF is a little bit noisy, but I've always found it to be very accurate, and the lens is particularly sharp. And I have also found that it has very little in the way of chromatic aberration. I struggled in finding some images to show you because I tend to only show, well, not tend to, I do only show images that I either have permission to show or I'm just simply comfortable showing. And what I found about this lens is I bought it for a particular reason. I bought it because it was small, it was compact, it was light, I could take it anywhere, and it was fast. You'll notice this image here particularly, there's very little chromatic aberration there, shooting straight into the sun and a silhouette of a bird on top of a building. Something that I think is particularly good about this lens. I have never really encountered much in the way of chromatic aberration. The lens is sharp, it's fast to find focus, it's accurate when it does focus, and personally I think the rendering of the image is really quite nice. One of my all-time favourite photos, which I'm not going to show here because it has a personal nature, I don't have permission to share it from the person in the image, was taken using this image on the KS2. I would recommend this lens to anybody. I don't feel that it falls down in the same way the DA 35 does, which I've reviewed previously, when it moves up to higher density pixels. So you'll notice as we go through these images, there are some chromatic aberrations, but it is in extreme circumstances. I haven't edited any of these images. These are straight out of camera, flat raws, so that you can see what you're getting. I've used the lens in family situations, outdoors, indoors. I've even used it in the studio, and I've used it on my K1. I took some images when I first got my K1 just to see how bad or good the vignetting would be on the lens. And I have to say, I was very, very surprised by how good it is. Basically, as I'm about to show, you'll get some vignetting at FA 1.8, and it is so minor, it's unbelievable. These are the images here. You can see up the top where I've kept the display on, so you can see the aperture used. And it's only when we get to f1.8 that you start to see the vignette. I've deliberately overexposed some of these images because what you do is part of the lens profile building. But yeah, very, very happy with it, and I have used it on the K1, and it has been good enough to make me hesitate to buy the new f1.4 DFA 50mm, because I'm not a big fan of 50mm anyway. So I'd be interested to know what you think of this lens. Are you happy with it? How long have you been using it for? And would you recommend it to others? And as I haven't really found a lot of failings for the lens, what do you think its problems are? Thanks for listening. It would really help me out if you hit subscribe. Thank you.